Well, I love it, otherwise I probably wouldn't have come back. So I was here last year to do a training, and then I was mentoring at Startup Bootcamp, Startup Weekend. But I'm actually very surprised about the quality of the participants, both last time and this time, because I've done trainings like across 10 countries in the region. I think these are some of the smartest and most driven participants we've had so far. Because a lot of the things you read online, it's just very glorified. You know, it's always, I made it, and then that guy just sold their company. And then you start and you're like, holy shit, what am I doing different from other people? Why isn't this working? So I think just for a reality check, it really helps to kind of deep dive into the community, talk to a few people that have done it in the past. It helps you avoid a lot of mistakes. Because I think everyone makes the same mistakes unless you share about them and you can help other people avoid them. Yeah. So I think the first step is to join another startup that's already running. Learn. I think that's really the best thing to do. Also based on, I think, the people I know, it's been a pattern that those that initially worked with startups and then had all the learnings from there while having a salary, they did a lot better starting their own company afterwards. It was easier for them to get funding, and yeah, you can avoid a lot of the mistakes that you did in the last startup or with the last startup. I think especially, at least for me, because for example when I started the company now, we didn't have funding and I didn't have money. So that could have backfired massively. It did in the past with some of the things I tried, and then just like fall. It's like, okay, so I have a lot of debt now, let me pay this off and then just try it again. I don't think everyone should do it that way, because it can hurt. Because I think sometimes when you face difficulties, it might just be a business you shouldn't be building. Like there might not be a market for it, because often we get overly excited with our solutions. And then we realize no one's having that problem, or the problem isn't really strong enough for anyone to pay for it. And I think if you reach that point, rather than sticking to that particular idea, you might just want to let it go, because otherwise you waste time of your life, you waste the last bit of money you have. It just doesn't make sense. No one wants to hear that, but I think that's reality, and that's also something that entrepreneurs need to understand. Just because you love your product more than anything else doesn't mean that it's gonna make it. If there's clear signs from the market, then you just don't do that anymore. You can always, join someone else, maybe that's already running, try something else. Also depends on your financial situation. But I think sometimes you should probably let it go and just start again from scratch or join another team. I think the way to get started, it's very, very similar. The struggle then is the difference in talent that's available. Because for example, in Vietnam, you have very strong tech talent, not so much on the marketing side. And then in Thailand, you have very strong design, UX talent, not so much on the product development side. So different countries have a very different talent pool. So I think the smarter way would really be take the learnings, have a little bit of financial security. I think it's just necessary. That's why I'm saying it's just being realistic about life. Have that and then go and start something, because chances that you will succeed will be a lot higher.